Excuse me. Good evening, everybody. It is Monday night, my friends, and I'm back for another week of gaming and coding and gaming as we do here. Welcome on in, everybody. Welcome on in. Let's get the screen up here, perhaps. Ah, there it is. Welcome on in, everybody. Hope everyone has had a good weekend and a good start to your week. I spent my day off yesterday, my streaming day off yesterday, working on getting my Yuzu Switch emulation set up. So I went through and I have an older Switch console, so it's one of the ones that still has the hardware hack you can do, which is, it's pretty hilarious. I mean, this is literally, it's hard to see, but this is literally the hardware hack, which is, there's a little like 3D printed switch here that you kind of slide down on the right Joy-Con, and basically it opens up the with some software help. You basically can read the entire contents and manipulate the contents of the Switch and get all the stuff off of it, including all the decryption keys and all that fun stuff. So went through, it was quite a lengthy process. Went through a whole lot of that yesterday, last night. And I finally got to a point where I was able to dump at least 2 games off of it. But I'm not able to do, the whole goal was to be able to dump Super Mario RPG off of it, which I have pre-installed on there. But I couldn't do that yet because you have to run the game at least once for it to write all the files it needs to write to the Switch, and then you can go and dump it to a file that the emulator can work with. So I'll be working on that. It's supposed to release on the 17th, which is Friday. At least that's what it said on the store anyway, the eShop. And I happen to have off on Friday. I took a personal day for myself just to have some vacation time finally. So I'll be spending that day seeing if I can get that all over and running and see how it runs. It's a hell of a thing, right? It's like, you think, oh, why don't you just plug your Switch in? It's like, well, yeah, I could, but I have a feeling, as with most games on the Switch nowadays, it's probably going to run like ass on there. Even though we are talking about a game that was originally designed for the SNES, I feel like they're going to find a way to not have it run very smoothly on the Switch hardware. So I'm doing all this so that I can, as I stream it, I can stream it at a decent, frame rate and all that stuff. We'll see how it goes. But tentatively, I'm saying Friday night, instead of coding, we might be doing a Super Mario RPG. We'll see. It really depends on if I have any success in getting all that set up and to a way that I feel satisfied with it. So we'll see how that goes. I'm like 90% of the way there, I think. I just haven't tested anything yet in the emulator. So like I dumped other games I had, and I can go and test those in the emulator and see if I can get that all set up and all that stuff. So I can do that beforehand. So maybe increase the likelihood that we'll be able to do that, because I've been waiting for that. I've been looking forward to that. Super Mario RPG is one of my favorites. Back from one of my favorite RPGs, honestly. It's really good, and they had someone posted a tweet with the remastered Culex hidden boss music, which is basically an orchestrated version of Final Fantasy IV music, battle music, and it sounds phenomenal. And I'm hoping that pretty much all the music in the game has been redone, from what I understand, along with the art. So I'm hoping that we'll be getting some bangers knocking out the walls there, which will be great. It'll be a little bit difficult too, because it's gonna be one of those things where I'm gonna not want to commentate because I'm gonna be listening to the music. So we'll see how that fleshes out there, and if I can get that working. Something else, I've been a busy bee. Also on Sunday, I was a busy bee in Oceanhorn here. I had mentioned that there was a couple side things in the game that weren't, I mean, they were kind of tedious to find. I used some walkthroughs to find them because they were just like, there was no way I was going to find these on my own. It just wasn't going to happen. They were pretty well hidden. So I went and did that. I also ended up doing all the, I guess, side boss battles. Hey, Super James, welcome. Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, I also wanted to do the prison side content, you know, where it was like find all the escaped prisoners and defeat them, because honestly, I mean, we did a few of them on stream, but honestly they were all just bigger versions of monsters we've already fought, just bigger versions of them with more hit points, and that's all it was, honestly. So you didn't really miss anything. It was just kind of a lot of just me, you know, fighting these monsters we've already seen before. So I did all that. I got all the side content. Wow, that where did that song ends about 20 seconds before it actually ends. Anyway, so got all that. And hey, lady, welcome on in. So yeah, I did all those and just kind of get them out of the way. And in so doing, I ended up getting 100% on all of the different areas. So, like I said, you haven't missed really anything interesting, but at the same time, it does say that my game completion is 100%, and we haven't finished the main quest yet. So, you're going to see that as we come in here to take a look at what's going on. You can see it says I'm at 100%, which is pretty hilarious, given that I haven't actually finished the game yet. But I'm thinking we'll probably finish tonight, most likely. And my tentative plan is we'll finish Oceanhorn, and then I'll backfill with RoboCop. I actually don't think there's that much more of RoboCop left. I mean, given how many achievements are left in the game, it doesn't seem like there's a whole lot more to do there. So we'll see what happens on that. I may end up finishing RoboCop earlier than I anticipate, and so then we'll have to figure out what to play next. But I got plenty of indie games out there lined up that I need to get back to. And also, I remembered that I never finished my franchise playthrough of Dungeon Siege. We did Dungeon Siege 1, and we did Legends of Arana, the expansion. But we have not done Dungeon Siege 2 yet. I started looking at that. I started looking at what mods are out there for that, because I know I'll probably want a modded playthrough of that. Even though I've never played it before, but I can kind of sense that. So at some point we'll get back to that, and then take a look at Dungeon Siege 3, which is the redheaded stepchild of the series, from what I understand. And I did start to play Champions of Norath, but I have to play it on an emulator because I don't have the old PS2 set up, or PS3 set up. I forget which one it was on. we had started to play that, but I wasn't getting very good performance out of the emulator. So I kind of put it aside with the intention of coming back to that and maybe seeing if we can get better performance once there's been updates to that. And I think it's been a while, so I would say there's probably been updates to it by now. So that's also still on the list, on the long list of things to come back to at some point. So anyway, let's pop on in. Let's pop on in here. Okay, and just so you guys could see, if I go to challenges, you can see I've got all the bloodstones, Valley of the Warden regions completed. I've collected all the power shards. Actually, and this is one of the reasons why I had to look up the walkthrough. So the power shards under your gear here, there are 23 of them. You can only use 16 of them, but there are 23 in total. And I literally got 100% of the chests open, and I only had 21. And I was like, what the hell's going on? And apparently, in the White City here, right behind me, is a shop. And you have to buy the other 2 shards from the shop to get the completion on that. Kind of a crappy thing, but I mean they're not expensive, but it's still kind of a crappy way of doing that. So not a huge fan of that. There's some things in this game, particularly when you're trying to get the 100% completion, that are really sort of, I'm not a fan of how they're hidden. For instance, there's an entire area right along here that is hidden, that you cannot see when you're looking down in the water, but it is down in the water there, and it's nearby, and it actually takes you into a whole other area that had a bunch of chests and stuff in it that's completely underwater. That you would drive yourself mad. I was at 95% completion. I'm like, what the hell else do I have to do in this freaking place? And it was driving me insane. I was like, oh, let's go look up a walkthrough. Oh, I see. That's why I can't do what I want to do. So anyway, all those things said, it's time that we trigger the final battle, I would say. Because I've got everything there. I've got all the shards I can use. I don't have all the tarot cards, and honestly, I don't have any desire to do them. You can see most of the challenges I have still available here are about winning a game of tarot by 9-0 and all that stuff, and I just could not give a crap, honestly. As far as gear goes, we can't get any more health upgrades. You can see it hasn't reset, so we're full on our health upgrades. The game completion's at 100%. We're at rank 13, which is master rank, and then there's like 25,000 XP to the next rank. And even with all these challenges, I don't think you can get to that next rank. I mean, this is like 1,000 XP, 1,000, 400, 200, right? Unless these unrevealed challenges are several thousand. I don't think you can really get to I mean, you can get to level 14, but you'd have to grind a lot of enemies probably to do that. Which, if you're going for tarot cards, you'd be grinding enemies likely anyway. So but here we go. We got Oceanhorn and a bunch of others. Another one up there, all ready to defend the city. We're going to defend the city from Mesmeroth's giant, angry testicle over there, and see what we can do. You're so stuck on Star Ocean, the second story, R. It's so well done. Yeah, Star Ocean is on my short list of things to play. I've been watching a couple streams here and there of it, so I definitely want to play that at some point soon. I had so many. There's so many RPGs on my list, and I love RPGs, but like after a while, you're just like, man, I need something. I need a palate cleanser. I need something other than RPG for a change. You know, because you just go from one RPG to the next to the next. Like I still want to do Sea of Stars as well. I want to play that game. I haven't gotten to that yet either. So yeah, lots of stuff. Lots of stuff.
I cannot come with you. I will help to evacuate the White City. Knights are setting up a refuge camp at Mount Tika.
We'll try to hold Tryloth. I don't know how, but we'll find a way.
There are powers at play here that are bigger than us. Bigger than the whole of Arcadia.
Are we ready to go? Want to take a ride inside that monster?
Wait a second. There's a thing over here. We hit another rare tower card at underwater location guide. Sail 30 seconds to the east from Arn Village and south to come across a small island. Oh, I think I already grabbed that actually. There was a hidden area I grabbed that from. I just happened to see that over there that I didn't see before. Oh, one other thing I wanted to mention. I did, because I got all the bloodstones and stuff, and I got all the daggers, I found the last dagger spot. I've got this shield now, which is what was given to me. Actually, I think the shield was given to me inside the core area, the prototype shield. And then I did whatever was needed in the Knights area. And I forget what it gave me. I think it gave me a shard or something. Not sure. But anyway.
Are we ready to go? Want to take a ride
go.
inside that? I know. Why am I even asking? You know, when this is all over, I would like to...
Jump my bones? Oh.
Let's talk about it later.
Okay. Sure. We'll talk about it later. We don't want to embarrass Master whatever his name is. With, you know, adult conversations. Yeah, I'm going to be doing Super Mario RPG this week as well, James. Or at least I'm going to try to. I've got the emulator set up. I just haven't tested it yet. And I still need to wait for the game to come out so I can actually run it once on the Switch and then dump it. Be able to run on the emulator, so we'll see how it goes. How it goes there. You can do Final Fantasy VII Remake. Yeah, I started to do some of the Final Fantasy VII Remake stuff. And I gotta say, it's my first Final Fantasy game I've ever looked at, and I was not really enjoying it. And I've heard it's the best of the best. And it's just like, it wasn't grabbing me. But I also felt like maybe I needed to come back later and try it again, like after I've done other things, you know?
You have entered the tranquility, Awoken Ones. Negative space between the arcs of existence. This is the last thing one sees before he continues his journey to eternity.
Who are you?
I keep the record. For a chronicler I am. My purpose? I serve no man. I am the great chronicler, a servant of Kronos, of time itself. I once stepped out of the arena you call life, and made an arrangement that allowed me to freely observe the great fabric of time. I am especially fond of your arches of existence. Oh,
my arches?
Such beauty and magnificent scale, reaching beyond our galaxy, spanning tens of thousands of years. The end of the world is nigh,
Figures.
and you stand out considerably.
Figures we'd go to the end of time and find somebody with a foot fetish, I
Even
guess.
though I have already stepped out of the wheel of time, I am still fond of planet Gaia and Arcadia. Even though the world will be destroyed, I am willing to perform a personal sacrifice that will offer you survival.
If you are in control of things, let us stop Mesmeroth and Archimedes. Let us save the White City from Triloth.
Yes, Triloth is a magnificent threat, isn't it? It is frightening even by my standards. It serves the chaos beyond the physical world, forging destinies as it wishes. I cannot stop it, but I am able to observe it, and that brings us to my offer. The man you call Mesmeroth has learned to control the streams of creation, and he is going to take the sacred emblems under his control with a set of curses. If the two of you do not survive, he is going to build a new world from the ashes of Arcadia. A world of his liking. Enter this door and survive. Because in a few moments, Triloth will bring something horrible here to destroy you. That is the way of things.
If we step through here, we'll go back?
Yes, yes, yes! Go! Every second counts.
Okay.
Anywhere is better than here, right?
They send us into the future.
No! Stop it! Stop it, please!
Okay. Why did they send us away from the city?
There is nothing for you here, Archimedes. No triumph in the stars, no other world waiting for you to bury your dear Calliope. Leave this mad plan of yours and resign, Grand Regent, and we will all live another day.
You are a treacherous snake in my garden, Mesmeroth. You might have bitten me, but it doesn't mean I can't cut your head off, servant of the shadow.
You mean this? It is an ancient being, part of the framework that underpins our world. It refused to let go of its power. And as the years went by, this shadow corrupted every creature it could. With bridges like Shadowmaga, the shadow extended its reach to the world of men.
You were able to just remove it?
I think it has overstayed its welcome. What you choose next is up to you, Archimedes. I have summoned Triloth, and it is closing in on the White City as we speak. It will tear this city down and everything you built with it. Now is your last chance to step down.
Never!
Ever!
Do you see this? It's working!
Oh, there's a laugh.
Children never returned the emblem of sun to the Arcadia beacon. The Grand Core will never leave Gaia's atmosphere. You will die here, ancient man. I, on the other hand, have reserved a place in the stream of creation.
You left the shadow ball.
Trent. Activating death ray.
Oh, Microsoft Bob, no. Activating death ray. We got another bike race. We haven't had one of those since the beginning. Save the world. Okay.
What is this? What do you want from me? Oceanhorn is after us. We can lose it in those beams. Trilok messed it up real bad. It's fast.
Whoa. The hell? The hell hit me there?
Shut up! What is this? What do you want from me? Oceanhorn is after us. We can lose it in those beams.
You go too far to the left or something? I must have.
Trilok messed it up real bad. It's fast. Too fast. Shut up! Shut up! Just let us leave!
Okay.
They're luring in towards the White City. I hope Master Mayfair was able to finish the evacuation.
Alright. Let's see the underground. Oh boy. Oh, I can see what they're going to do to me now. Okay. Damn. Got hung up on that freaking corner there. Alright, come on. Again, I get what they're going for. They're trying to be very cinematic. But the speeds we're going at are so anemic that it's not really exciting per se. I mean, they're trying, certainly. But this whole game has been kind of a... They've had the same problem the whole game, which is everything's a little bit, like the walking speed, everything's a little bit too slow. So where they should be building up excitement, they're really not hitting. You know? I see some tarot cards there. Right, save the world. Lead the final battle. Final battle is about to begin. Go to ruin some more. What's there? I don't think collecting these is going to do any difference, but collect them anyway. Yep, let's go. Final battle against Oceanhorn.
Keep away from him! We are the Knights of Arcadia. Let's show what we're made of!
Trim. Guessing... Trim.
Look what I found.
Oh. Okay, shooting that did something. Oh, weak spot up there. Oh, I see the weak spots there.
Is this the legacy Arcadia leaves behind? We must find a way to defeat it.
Yeah, I'm already there. You just need to actually do something besides just
Look what I found.
give me coins. Trim. Whoa, what the hell? Where the hell did that come from? Trim. Trim. Wow. Okay. Difficult to see what you're doing here. Keep that one on for now.
Keep away from him! This might come in handy.
Okay.
We are the Knights of Arcadia. Let's show what we're made of! Is this the legacy Arcadia leaves behind? We must find a way to defeat it. Look what I found.
What the hell am I thinking of here? No.
Stop calling my name! This might come in handy. Oceanhorn!
God damn it.
Hey, catch! Why did you leave us this mess, Grandpa?
Go.
It's coming at us again! We must survive this. The mistakes of the Arcadians cannot be repeated ever again.
Go. here.
Hey, catch!
Trim.
Let's use everything we've got!
Out of ammo. Great. Missed. Whiffed. Whiffed on that one. Come on here with this some more.
Look what I found.
Let's work. God damn it.
This might come in handy.
God damn you and your closing play. Come on with that freaking stun lock BS, man. Yeah.
Keep away from him! We are the Knights of Arcadia. Let's show what we're made of!
God damn you. There we go.
Look what I found. Is this the legacy Arcadia leaves behind? Must find a way to defeat it.
Trim.
Stop calling my name!
Trim.
Look what I found. Oceanhorn!
Go.
Why did you leave us this mess, Grandpa?
Come on.
We must survive this. The mistakes of the Arcadians cannot be repeated ever again.
Trim.
Go.
This might come in handy. Let's use everything we've got.
God damn it, being out of ammo.
For Gaia! This might come in handy.
Ammo here. Big time. Go. Got him. Got him. Jeez Louise. All the living machines are still moving around. The floating islands now? Oh wow, just right into the credit? Really? Really? With now a whole bunch of floating islands now. Wow, that was strange. Okay, let's record something. Exclamation, everybody. Just completed Oceanhorn 2, creds are rolling. And overall, I very much enjoyed the game. I like the if you've played Oceanhorn 1, then Oceanhorn 2 is kind of a no-brainer at that point, because it's got all of what Oceanhorn 1 had, and then kind of refines it a little bit better, makes the exploration a lot more fun, a lot more interesting. It's not without its faults. And one of those big faults, I think, is that they've tried very hard to make this game very cinematic. And it kind of is at the detriment to the gameplay, right? They've made all these ginormous set pieces and large islands and stuff, and they're by and large empty. There's stuff to do and there's stuff to pick up, but there's a lot of empty space between those things to pick up. And your character and your vehicles that you use are all quite slow. And there's no better example of that than, like, at the very end they have a chase sequence, and unfortunately the vehicles are so slow that in the chase sequence it feels very anemic. It doesn't feel exciting or particularly difficult or anything like that. It's almost comical in how slow you're moving through this whole chase sequence. And that's unfortunate. That the whole game sort of suffers from that, where your character doesn't move very fast. Traversing the environment is a little bit traversing the environment's a little bit it takes a lot of effort. Is a lot of downtime when you're trying to traverse the environment and stuff to get between the things that are fun. There's a lot of fun stuff in the game, mind you, but there's a lot of just kind of there's a lot of traversal you have to do to get to the fun stuff. There's a lot of mundane traversals to get to the fun stuff. And the story, the world building is very interesting. I like the world building that they do here. The main story itself is interesting in parts. Certainly serviceable, but the ending felt very unsatisfying. It just really didn't. The ending has been just kind of feels like a rush job. It feels like they just kind of said, we got to end somewhere, so we'll just end here. And this is a prequel to Oceanhorn 1. So they're kind of setting it up that way too, but at the same time, it's not a very satisfying story to traverse. The main story, anyway. The world building, like I said, is fantastic. The main story could use a lot of work. Still serviceable, but could use a lot of work. So I definitely wouldn't do this for the story.
It may not happen in our lifetime, but the mistakes of the Arcadians will be corrected.
But I said the world building, the world building is pretty good. The moment to moment gameplay is pretty good. The boss battles are.
His story will be different from ours.
Boss battles could use a lot of work. They are most of the side boss battles are just repeats of are just bigger creatures that you already or bigger versions, heftier HP versions of creatures you've already fought in the world, which is not terribly interesting. And some of the required boss battles for the main story, they certainly tried to different techniques, and they were okay, but they were more, I guess, needlessly frustrating than really anything else. They didn't really. They tried to switch them up. They tried to make something new. But they, in so doing, like I think they focus a lot, probably far too much, on gimmicks for each boss battle. Which the original Oceanhorn had gimmicks for each boss battle too, but in this one, the gimmicks were not very. They did not enhance the gameplay. They just kind of sort of were there, and they in many cases just kind of artificially extended the amount of time it would take you to get through a boss rather than actually be something particularly engaging or interesting, which is unfortunate. That said, I love this game. I think it's a great game. I think it's just it's bogged down by some of the disappointing choices that they've made with how they do their boss battles and other things. It's also, it says 100% completion there, but this game also does a thing where it sort of hides stuff a little too well. The point where you just kind of, even if you were to kind of play around in the world and try to find things, sometimes you just kind of have to look up at a walkthrough because it doesn't make any sense where things are at. You could be stuck at like 95% completion of a particular area, and you've been everywhere, you've looked at everything, and then find out that, there was one hidden area that was so well hidden, there's no way you would ever have thought to look for it. So it's stuff like that I kind of I question some of the design choices. I love the art style. The music was fine as well. There were some light puzzles, very, very light puzzles. Nothing too crazy. And there was a lot of stuff kind of locked behind progression, like you need certain things in order to do, they really want you to come back to places you've been to before with new equipment, which kind of is in the Zelda spirit of things, which is basically what this is taking from, I think, spiritually all through and through. So I don't fault them for that. It's just kind of one of those things you good to know as you're going in, that you're gonna run into spots where it's just you just cannot go further until you have something else from the main quest line. But yeah, it's a very good game. It's just kind of plagued by some head scratching choices. Having all the vehicles be so slow, and I think this is an example of a game that is trying to be very cinematic, but it's gone to the point where you'll have cutscenes that just go on for too long. You'll have some just weird angles in the cutscenes that just don't work, and you end up with know more information out of a cutscene than you would have if you had just like read it in a book on the you know, on the ground or something. You know, they don't really necessarily enhance anything. Most of them don't anyway, and they also, you know, some of the main story sequence stuff just kind of falls flat, you know, because you can see they were trying to really, like, you know, the chase sequences, they were trying really hard to make something interesting, but it feels like their engine just wasn't up to speed for it, or at the very least, you know, someone needs to crank up the speed of the player vehicles and stuff, because they just go hilariously slow for what should be an action-packed sequence. It ends up being just kind of a slog than anything else, and it's unfortunate because, like I said, the game has really good, strong gameplay in it. It's just, it suffers under the weight of trying to be more of a movie than a game, right? And it's like, just be a game. You don't need 100 cutscenes. You don't need necessarily professional voice acting. You know, you just need something that is fun to play with, and fun to do. And I think after Oceanhorn 1, they kind of, I guess they kind of wanted to push themselves a little bit and get a little bit more, you know, a little bit more fancy, but really they just needed to focus on what they do best, and that was the gameplay. But that said, I would definitely recommend this to anyone who is into this sort of game, into, you know, the art style, into the sort of adventure RPG. It's got like a mild RPG element to it. It's more of a Zelda-like adventure game than anything else. And yeah, so I would say those are my thoughts as far as Oceanhorn 2 is concerned. Again, enjoyed my time in it, played 30 hours, so, you know, this is, you know, after that amount of time. So, yeah, all good things there with that in mind. So that will do it for me then, for my thoughts on Oceanhorn 2. As always, I'll leave links down in the description so you can do your own due diligence about it. But also I'm going to say thank you so much for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Okay, so that is recorded. I finished that a lot faster than I anticipated I would. I knew I was right at the end, but I didn't realize it was like basically half a battle. I mean, it didn't even feel like it was a full. Didn't even feel like it was a full battle, honestly. But like kind of like half of one, more than anything else, really. So I think we're gonna drop into some RoboCop. Let me get that set up in the old YouTube here. So we're gonna take just a short break while I swap titles around and all those things. Hang tight. Be right back.